Hey guys, what's up? Melrae here. Do you notice anything different besides my raspy voice? I have my camera back, so I have good sound quality finally. Oh my god, it feels so good. So today we're going to be doing a long wear drugstore dewy glowy skin tutorial. That is a lot of words. So this video is using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow products. I love these products so much. They are so gorgeous, especially if you have dry skin. But if you have oily skin or combination skin, which I have, it's good for you too. So if you have oily skin and you think that you can't get away with a dewy look, then this video is for you because it is definitely doable. So let's just jump right in. So first I'm going to be using the Infallible Glow Lock Primer. This stuff is so nice because not only does it make your makeup stay in place all day long, but it just adds a nice luminosity to the skin. So this is amazing if you have dry skin. It covers those dry patches really nicely, and if you have oily skin, it doesn't accentuate the oils by any means. So I have combination skin. I have oily in the T-zone and I have dry on the outskirts as well as normal, and this primer works great for me, so this should work for basically any skin type. So this just adds a little extra luminosity, makes your skin look nice and dewy. As you can see, I have a nice glow to the skin already. So next we're going to be using the Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. This is in the shade 202 Creamy Natural. And I'm also going to be applying it with the L'Oreal Infallible Sponge. And I'm going to just go and dampen that right now. So using a dampened sponge just helps the product to seep into your skin even better, making your skin look even more like skin, more natural, and more glowy. So I'm just gonna pop some on the end and press it into the skin. And by having this primer on underneath, it just helps the foundation to just glide on so much smoother. This foundation is so pretty. You can wear this if you have oily skin, if you have dry skin, and it just adds a nice luminosity to the skin, a nice dewiness, without looking like shiny, you know, because you don't want to look oily, you want to look glowy and dewy. And the undertone of this foundation is so nice. Like, it's not too yellow, it's not too pink, it's just the perfect undertone. As you can see, it matches my skin perfectly. And these two products go so well together. Like, you just get the prettiest looking skin. You can't tell that you're wearing foundation. It just looks like you're naturally flawless. So I want a little more coverage in the center of my face. This foundation is definitely buildable without caking up and looking like chunky. You know how that happens if you do 2 layers. Because it's such a dewy foundation, it just layers so nicely. So now for concealer, I'm using the Infallible Pro Glow Concealer in the shade Classic Ivory. This is one of my ride or die concealers. High-end, drugstore, low-end, it is so good. The shade is perfect. As I said before, it's nice and neutral. It covers everything up, and it's perfect for under eyes because it doesn't crepe up and settle into your fine lines, especially if you're over the age of 30, like me. You don't have to worry about it really setting into all your fine lines and drying out and just looking nasty. So again, I'm just blending that in with the sponge. And I'm just gonna pop some on my eyes too, so that I have a base for my eyeshadow. Okay, so as I said, I have an oily T-zone, so I definitely need to set the center of my face. So I'm using the new Infallible Pro Sweep and Lock Translucent Setting Powder. So this just sets the glowy makeup perfectly while not mattifying it too much. So I'm just gonna pop some in the lid here, and I'm going to use my sponge and pick that up. By using your sponge, you just help it sink into the skin. So as you can see, that just took away all the shine that I didn't want in the center of my face, because I want my skin to be glowy everywhere but where I have oily skin, because I don't want it to disappear throughout the day. So this powder is like so nice. It is just as good as like the $50 powders you'll find at high-end stores. Like, it's even better. It sinks in so nicely for the under eyes. Like, I love it for the under eyes. I don't know if it's just because of the concealer or what, but this powder doesn't look like powder. Like, I will do a close-up. It's perfect. So it keeps your skin looking dewy and healthy and fresh without looking cakey, and it makes your makeup last all day. So you can have glowy skin and have it last all day, which is freaking amazing. So for bronzer, this is a little trick of mine. I like to use setting powder. So I'm using the Infallible Pro Glow setting powder in the shade Cocoa. So as you can see, this is way too dark for my skin, but it makes an amazing bronzer. And because this is the Pro Glow line, it's not going to take any of that dewiness away. It's gonna keep my skin looking nice and dewy without looking like I have powder products on, because when you apply powders, sometimes it can just look like makeup, like it adds texture to your skin, it adds a dryness, but this product doesn't. And for highlight, this is a little trick as well that I like to do, is apply an eyeshadow. So if you love highlighter and you have so many different highlighters, you don't need those big pans. So this is the Infallible eyeshadow in Iced Latte. And it just adds the prettiest natural champagne highlight to the skin. So I'm just going to pop that onto the tops of my cheeks, just to add a nice extra glow. As you can see, that's just like so glowy, like it's so pretty. So now for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Eternal Sunshine. So this is just a really nice, natural, neutral shade of gold. So I'm just gonna use my finger and pop it onto the lid. This is so pretty and shimmery. I'm obsessed. And I want a really nice, natural, just golden cast. So I'm going to just bring it all the way up past my brow bone, or crease, I guess you could say. And then I'm going back in with the bronzer, and I'm just applying that underneath my eyes just to add a little more depth. And then I'm also going to apply the bronzer just very lightly into my crease, just to make my eyes look a little more open and awake. And then I'm gonna pop that Iced Latte shade into the inner corners. And finally, this is a step you can skip because I have no eyelashes at all and they're so blonde. I need to add a little bit of eyeliner, so I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil in black. So for mascara, I'm using the Voluminous Superstar X Fiber mascara. So it has two sides. You apply the fiber end first and then the mascara after. And now for our lips, to complete this whole dewy, glowy look, we're going to use a metallic lip color. So this is the Infallible Metallics in the shade 330 Moonlust. And this is just like the prettiest color. It's nude and kind of like a rose gold sheen to it. It's so pretty. Okay guys, so that is the finished look. What do you think? Have you tried any of these products? If you have, let me know what you think in the comments. I will link where to purchase them below. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye guys.